I'm sure I can brake a lot later, but I'm really slowly going towards the limit of the car. And I don't want to be doing it on the first lap, but the car is so much confidence inspiring. It was already in its stock form, but now, my God. Good morning, comrades. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Nürburgring. And in a bit, we'll be taking out this GR Yaris out for a lap of the Nürburgring. But first, I want to share two things with you. First of all, regarding my channel, and second, some technicalities about the video, about the lap that you will see. Now, regarding my channel, as of recently, YouTube has been acting pretty funny. It has been making me quite frustrated because simply it's not showing any notifications to many of you guys about my new videos. I've received hundreds of messages from you, from my subscribers on Instagram, on YouTube, in the comments, on Facebook, etc., saying like, hey, we're not getting any notifications. We even cannot find your videos in our subscription tab. And at this point, it just becomes, it's not funny anymore. It becomes really frustrating, as mentioned. Now, you know that for the last 5 years, I've been making daily content, or trying to make daily content. It's becoming more than a full-time job even. And I want to have my videos to be genuine, relevant, transparent, and honest. And thereby, I'm always against having brand deals. Something when it comes to having an income from a YouTube business is very like attractive for majority of people, but I'm completely against it. But as of now, with the current situation, well, we're not going to be doing brand deals. There is something else. There is currently a plan A before the plan B comes in mind, and that is YouTube memberships. This opportunity, or this possibility, was introduced 2 years ago, and even then I said, no, I'm not going to do it because we're doing with the views. AdSense is doing fine, but as of now, we have to try something else. And thereby, I'm going to introduce YouTube memberships, and we're not going to make any exclusive content for those people alone, because I want to make content still accessible for everyone. We're going to work with some early access. So for example, when I go out on a Sunday and I make 7 videos on a day, people with a membership will be able to see all those 7 videos instantly, whereas other people will get to see them, well, day by day. They will be released with a according upload schedule. So this is something I wanted to share with you. There will be different levels of membership, so feel free to join. And feel free to come up with some alternative ideas if you want some extra benefits. Maybe we can do some live sessions, etc. So this is just like that. And as I said, it's just like, I'm kind of frustrated that it has to come this far, but we're gonna try that. Otherwise, we're gonna talk about some mobile games in the future. We'll see. But the second point that I wanted to share with you is in the video that you're about to see, the lap where I'm taking this GR Yaris out for a lap, I switched off the traction control, or at least I thought that it happened. However, something else is actually the case. So already Robert previously, when he took this car out for a lap, he was saying like, oh, interesting, because you have the normal mode where the car is currently at, then you can put it in sport mode, and then you have also finally the track mode. Now, in traditional sense, when you go from sport towards the track, which is sport like kind of more sportier driving, and track more extreme, you would go for sport, you would go, so to say, 50-50 the power distribution, the torque distribution for the front wheels and the back wheels, because as you know, in the GR Yaris, you have, when normal, you have 60% of torque to the front wheels, 40 to the back. In sport mode, you have 70 to the back, so rear wheel biased, and 30 to the front, and in track mode, you have 50-50. Now, Robert was thinking that it was mixed up. That's why he was confused. Why is it in sport mode that the car is braking out? It should be 50-50, it should be neutral, but it was the other way around. In my case, however, it's a similar confusion, so I'm asking myself, Toyota, what's up? Could be my own fault, because when I switched off the traction control, when you tap it once, you see all kinds of lights lighting up. Traction control off, ESC seems to be off, the button or the light over here, and then collision avoidance detection over here as well. And then on top, we see also expert mode. When I'm thinking of experts, this means probably everything is turned off completely. Not in case with Toyota, because when we turn it back on again, in this case, instead of tapping the traction control once, but pressing it longer, like you do on majority of cars, there is only one thing that is changing by eliminating traction control completely. So we keep it pressed, and we see that the expert mode is going to disappear. So this means that the traction control is switched off completely. So in the eyes of Toyota, traction control on is for the experts, but yeah, with traction control off, it's not for the... It's weird, but that's what I want to share with you. And this calls for a bit of tricky situations in the lab, because when you're thinking like it's not going to be there, it started to grip the outside wheels because it was thinking that the car was going to spin out or start sliding with the base setup, but the car does not have base setup anymore, and it would pull me to the outside in the corner close to the barrier, which was kind of unpleasant. So you will see it in a bit. But in one of the upcoming days, we will do a lap, a complete lap without traction control fully off. But you can also drive totally fine with traction control off. But just like when you think that it's not there and it is there, it's kind of unpleasant. That's all I have to say. So enjoy the lap. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you here at the Nürburgring. And check out the memberships, because there are lots of cool exclusive for now videos already for early birds. So see you at the ring. Bye-bye. Robert, why you park the biggest vehicle of all of Apex fleet here, so I can barely see what's happening on the road? But yeah, at the end of the day, it's also maybe kind of my fault. Good morning, comrades! Welcome back to, well, the channel, Nürburgring. Welcome to a very exciting video, something that I'm very much excited about. First lap with the Yaris this year, GR Yaris, Toyota GR Yaris on the Nürburgring. Was very much looking forward to do a lap with it this year in general, when the track was opened on the 6th and 7th of March 2021. But then unfortunately Mischief happened, car went out of commission, so to say, went to repairs, and it came back now, as you can see. Now the reason I was excited is because last year I only did a lap with it when it was stock, in very meh track conditions, like really not good track conditions at all, wet and dry, everything mixed, and cold, 4 degrees. So I didn't do any laps with dry conditions. Now fast forward over winter, Raeder Motorsport / Manthey-Racing, car Freitag, that's the weird stuff that's happening here. They've installed KW Club Sport suspension, endless brake pads, braided steel lines. So I was very much excited to do a lap on those components as well, and dry circumstances of the track. Also ProTrack wheels with 265 AR-1 tires, yes, but then yeah, things happened and that was not possible to. Now Toyota has been fixed, engine has been rebuilt, all good, new head, all nice, we can go for laps. And on top, in between, also, as you can see, we have also installed a cage that you've seen in one of the previous videos, half cage by Stahlus, and also Recaro pole position seats with Schroth Harnesses and custom seat mounts. It's a combination of Recaro and V-shers, so you'll be able to mount the seat closer to the floor. And I'm excited to go for a lap. I haven't done a single lap with this car this year. I need to remember it. I haven't done a single lap on AR-1 semi-slick, so I need to remember the feeling of the semi-slick. So kind of a driver excuse. All in all, we are going to take it really, really easy. So yeah. Yes. Hello. Cheers. There is another Yaris. Right, the only downside of a Yaris is that there is no card holder in the sunlight or anything where you can put it here. So I'm just gonna put it in the cup holder. I'm sure the JK is gonna be fine. We are going to put it in the track mode. Traction control off on these big Ampheris, and we are going to proceed with our lap. Now, the first impression that I have is that I am not that much impressed with the acceleration anymore because of the seats and harnesses. It doesn't feel that crazy as it was when it was stock. You're so much more planted with the car. So, that's good. Oh yeah, grippy, grippy, grippy. And as mentioned previously, maybe a bit too much confidence. Gotta warm up those tires slightly. Good brakes. There's another Yaris behind us. Really easy through here. Bit of traffic. Smooth and nicely. And off we go again. Look in your mirrors, friends, that's always nice. Alright. suspension. Goes nicely. I'm sure I can brake a lot later, but I really slowly going towards the limit of the car. And I don't want to be doing it on the first lap, but the car is so much confidence inspiring. It was already in its stock form, but now, my God. I don't even want to look at the speedometer, but okay, 160 through flip plots. It's okay, can go much faster. Don't try this at home, kids. There's something wrong with people today not looking in the mirrors, but this like shaking of head is not because of someone in front of me, no. It's the disbelief of that car's capabilities. It's amazing. Oh, indicator, nice. Struggling when you try to turn it in more. It's really like fighting the big fat beefy semi-slicks, so yeah, but it should be okay. Probably traction control is not fully off. That was really ugly. Really ugly. Do not want to try that again. So what's happening is when you're steering in, the steering is kind of blocking. You can go because we are gonna chill for the speed limit. Like you're turning in and then all of a sudden it goes on the lock. Gotta really find out what it is. Maybe of course it could be just me, but of course at those speeds. But yeah. In any case, let's proceed with our lap. It's probably traction control, but hello, friend again. I can with a big confidence say that it was indeed the traction control that's preventing the steering wheel from being turned. It's gripping in the corners because I can see the traction control lamp flashing, This means that you need to like really keep it pressed and switch it off if you want to switch it off. And it's yellow anyway. So in this case, because you saw it, me switching it off, so VSC turned off, system unavailable. So let's turn it on and let's keep it pressed for a lot longer. Well, let's say something else. There is no other mode other than that. I'm going to switch it on again and keep it pressed longer. Expert track, system not available, but you saw it still like flashing, so. Okay, I would need my boy Tilo, who has a Yaris, maybe comment if he has some other issues, or maybe some of you guys. Because this is, yeah, mid when you cannot switch off the traction control completely. Takeoff. Collision avoidance system, are you kidding me? Have it like in track mode and everything. Yes, that's not enough. One more, as if there is not enough. So I guess we come to our conclusion. It was already mind-blowing. It became even, I don't know, more speechless. No, in all the seriousness, the car with all the mods currently, especially with the seats, makes it so much more trustworthy, so much more confidence inspiring, which was already the case. But the problem was the car was confidence inspiring because of the all-wheel drive compactness system. But then you are running into the issue of the suspension is stock, and suspension was okay, but for the racetrack use, of course, you need to upgrade those components if you are actually going to be proper sanding it. In this case, we upgraded these components a lot more significantly. The car can even handle a lot more horsepower with these components right now in terms of still being able controllable. So it is perfectly balanced. The only issue that I have now is what was up with the traction control, because that's almost a miss. We almost ended up in the wall, because when you was in a corner and you want to steer slightly more, but it grabs your front brake discs, and this means it kind of pulls you to the outside because of the things that you're slipping with the standard brake size diameter. So, and as you could have seen, I would try to like really press the button for longer, but it's still that, yeah, it didn't want to do it. So we have to check it out. But for the rest, wow. I'm excited. I really want to do more laps with this car to get more accustomed to the feeling of the AR-1 semi-slick again, because it's close to a full slick. I will need to be doing that anyway, because racing is going to be happening soon on full slicks. But there is so much more with this car. Also brakes, I barely use them. Like, there's so much more in these endless paths. Only a couple of situations where I'm like, okay, we can tap a bit more on the brakes. But wow, excited for it. I hope you guys are just as excited for it as well. So see you more soon with more laps. Probably George is gonna take it out on the lap soon. He started the YouTube channel as well, so give him a sub in the video description. He'll be doing the basic George stuff, being George. Yeah. So in any case, see you guys in the upcoming video when we'll see some more laps, some more Nürburgring content. Talking nonsense, so I'm gonna say goodbye here. Cheers.